Welcome to this episode of Three Questions. I'm Greg Michlig, President and CEO at CUInsight.com, and it's great to be joined by Nick Weston, Senior Manager, Product Management at Alkami. Nick, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me, Greg. Super excited to be here.
And excited to have you, and I know our audience is excited to hear your valuable insights. So let's jump in with this first question. What does Alkami mean by digital sales and service platform, and how is it changing the way credit unions think about digital banking?
Yeah, that's a great question. For a long time, credit unions have operated with a collection of really strong point solutions, a best-in-class account opening platform, a great digital banking experience, a marketing tool, but these things didn't really talk to each other. And a new member would open an account online, they'd have to separately go register for digital banking, and there was real friction there. And that friction costs credit union members and relationships. So, what Alchemy means by digital sales and service platform is that we've eliminated that gap. So, it's the integration of our Mantle account opening, our Alchemy digital banking, and our data driven marketing into one connected experience. And we call that foundation for the anticipatory banking that we're all talking about, a model where the institution's predicting and meeting that member's needs before the member even has to ask, right? And so for credit unions specifically, this is a big shift in mindset from thinking about digital banking as a service channel to thinking about it as a sales and a relationship growth engine. And that's transformational in the platform.
I've experienced some of that friction that you've talked about on others' platforms, and glad to hear that you've got solutions for that for credit unions. You talked a little bit about just that member experience. So, how can credit unions use data, account opening, marketing, and digital banking together to create more personalized member experiences?
Yeah, I think this is where it gets really exciting. So here's a concrete example of kind of how it works end to end. So a prospective member sees a targeted ad that's served based on member data, behavioral signals. They're going to click through, open an account digitally with our Mantle account opening experience, and that account opening is going to generate a KYC risk profile for that member. So our enhanced auto package assignment will then use that risk profile to automatically put that member in the right product, the right service package from day one, so they get access to all the appropriate configurations and not just some generic onboarding. Then instead of that friction-filled gap where there's new member trying to figure out where they need to go and sign up for digital banking, we're doing a streamlined digital banking registration. So it's going to, right after account opening, guide them right into Alchemy digital banking platform right after the account's booked. So on desktop, they're going to be automatically redirected into online banking for the first time as a authenticated user. And then on mobile, they're going to get prompted to download that mobile app. So we can get that mobile app on the member's phone and create that stickiness right away. And then once they're in digital banking, we've created an integrated account activation prompt to finish setting up the account. And this experience is going to give them access to add joint owners, beneficiaries, enroll in other services, order checks, add debit cards, those types of things to really meet them where they are. And for existing members, once they are a member, we have our digital account opening embedded within online banking. So that member is already logged in. They want to open a CD or a savings account. They can do that without ever leaving the app. So this really all threads through this data, right? Every step of the journey creates a signal, and those signals feed smarter marketing and more personalized engagement over time.
Great example, and just all the steps that you walk through, really informative, kind of explains the story, tells the story of how everything ties together within the platform. Now, I know Alchemy's been around for a while. You've been a partner of CUInsights now for some time, and so you've got some experience there. So tell me, among financial institutions that have adopted Alchemy's digital sales and service platform, what early business outcomes are they seeing?
Yeah, we officially launched the digital sales and service platform, like these phase one features, back in April at our collab conference. So we're still in early collecting of our data outcomes, but the metrics our beta clients are tracking and that we're tracking alongside them are really telling a compelling story. So our three big indicators right now that we're watching are online banking registrations, those mobile app downloads that I mentioned, and then those onboarding steps to really make sure that they're completing that profile in that account. So early signals are showing connecting an account opening directly from into digital banking dramatically reduces that drop off in the critical first 48 hours after account opening. And that's the window where institutions either capture a primary financial relationship or kind of lose that member inertia, right? And so we're also seeing credit unions improve internal coordination between their onboarding and digital teams because the platform does create that shared workflow that I talked about rather than the handoffs between those siloed systems. So really the broader outcome goal is that every account that gets opened should convert quickly into an engaged digital banking user. And that's what we're really looking forward to. So that's what's going to drive that primary relationship and drive long-term membership, lifetime value.
That's great. Really fresh and new information, and kind of speaks to the continuous improvement that goes on at Alkami and the new things that you're introducing to the marketplace. I appreciate you sharing that with us, Nick, and it's been a pleasure to connect with you. Thank you for taking the time to join me today.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks for having us, Greg.
Absolutely. And I also want to thank all who tuned in for this 3 questions video interview. We'll see you next time.